What's up, everybody? Mike here. In this video, Freedom Wars is back. We got some details about a remastered version that's coming out really soon, actually, sooner than anticipated. Like, this came out of nowhere, dude. I'm just, like, surprised. So, this game, if you don't know, originally released back on the PS Vita. And this is one of the games I wish I would have been able to play. I never actually owned a PSP or PS Vita. And back in the day, when I saw this, I was like very interested in playing this game. I was like, damn, will they ever port this to, the main console? And they never did. Well, now that's changed because, yeah, out of nowhere, we got an announcement trailer for it and some details about some going to for you guys to let you know about this because, man, especially those of you that are JRPG fans like me, those of you maybe are, hardcore fans of this game and have been wanting to come back in some way. And now it seems like it is. So, for those that don't know, Freedom Wars, the fan favorite multiplayer action game frequently hailed as one of the PlayStation Vita's best games, is officially coming back. Bandai Namco announced basically back on YouTube that Freedom Wars will be getting a remastered version on modern platforms, bringing with it 4K resolution, 60 FPS support, and other enhancements. This game was originally released back on the Vita in 2014. And Freedom Wars is a dystopian third-person multiplayer action game similar to Monster Hunter that supports up to 8 players. It was originally developed by the now defunct Japan studio, which was merged into Team Asobi in 2021. Freedom Wars servers were turned off that same year. The remastered version is being developed by Dimps Corporation, which was able to gain permission from Sony to use the license. And despite Freedom Wars' status as a niche favorite, it was able to develop a cult following and earn a spot on many people's, list of 25 best Vita games, essentially. Freedom Wars' emphasis on fighting, looting, and upgrading creates an addictive gameplay loop. And it wasn't, the only Monster Hunter clone on the Vita back in the day, but perhaps it's the most successful one. The staying power of its addictive fight, loot, upgrade cycle is enhanced by deep gameplay, customization options, and a really interesting online component made it one of the favorite portable releases of 2014. In addition to graphical enhancements, Freedom Wars Remastered will feature an overhauled weapon crafting system and additional difficulty settings, among other additions. And this version of the game seems to be fundamentally the 2014 game with some quality of life necessities. The director, Takashi Tsukamoto, calls the remaster a necessary first step on the path toward eventually making a sequel. So there's a possibility of a sequel that could happen, I would say, hopefully, if the remastered game does well. Dimps even states, the devs from Dimps talk about how we've been wanting to create something like this for a long time, but we didn't have the opportunity. We've been looking for opportunities to release something, maybe a sequel, something related to Freedom Wars. However, it was very difficult to set up a team and nothing was really lining up. At some point, we said maybe a remastered version of the original would be good. As for why it's taking this long to revisit Freedom Wars, Tsukamoto said, the opportunity never really presented itself until now. We were able to come to an agreement with Sony regarding the license, and they were able to partner up with Bandai Namco. And it just so happens that it's about 10 years later that all of this started coming to fruition, which is awesome because 10 years later, I mean, it makes sense. Like, bring a game back 10 years later in some way like this. Yeah. Tsukamoto says he hopes the new remaster will be successful enough to take the next step into potentially releasing a sequel, adding, as much as we like to share it with you, we don't know if there's going to be a sequel yet, of course, but if there is a sequel, we have tons of ideas we want to implement into said sequel. Freedom Wars Remastered is set to release on PS4, PS5, Steam, and Nintendo Switch on January 10th, 2025, which is wild. Like, this came out of nowhere. I was not expecting this, and the Cetus report and news about it is just brought me a lot of joy because, like I said, this is a game that I really had my eye on, a decade ago. I never was able to play it. It looked interesting, looked cool. I love RPGs, JRPGs. I love my anime style games. So this being like a Monster Hunter type of clone in a sense, probably similar to God Eater. Like, that's the only other like Monster Hunter type of clone in a sense I can think of that was really popular and good and did well is God Eater. So, and I still got to go to that series. I own all those games. But yeah, this seems like it's really going to be good. I'm glad it's going to be on PC. I definitely want to get it on Steam. I wanted to let you all know about this, especially those of you that are fans of this type of game. And I want this game to be successful. I definitely will be adding this to my wish list. If you're into this style of game, or want to see this get a sequel, wish list it, support it, get the game when it drops. This is honestly coming a lot sooner than I anticipated, because I didn't think it was going to come at the beginning of next year. I thought it was going to maybe be a way longer out, but saw that release date at the end of the trailer and just had me pumped, excited. I'm like, holy shit. So games that are like a Monster Hunter like and a really good RPG, yeah, I'm interested in trying out. This is going to be one I'm going to keep an eye out for. You know, it's on my radar, so definitely looking forward to this as being like something like a lower key type of RPG or JRPG to check out and play next year. But yeah, let me know what you think about this, guys. Are you excited for this as well? And if you're just learning about this, you know, hopefully this entices you to check it out. And I will definitely keep updated on this and see what happens with it. We'll probably find out more, maybe at Tokyo Game Show, maybe Game Awards, or somewhere in between. Who knows? But love to hear from you in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please smash that like, as it helps out a ton. Subscribe if you're new. My name's Mike. Thanks for watching.